Morning. So good morning, everyone. I'm thrilled to extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you joining us today for this session on the commercialization of laboratory techniques and tech transfer. I, Dr. Swastika Banerjee, am delighted to be your host for this engaging event. Before we delve into the heart of our discussion, let me provide a brief introduction to our hosting institution, Sanjeevani Arts, Commerce and Science College, a part of the prestigious Sanjeevani Group of Institutes that is renowned for its commitment to academic excellence and holistic development in rural Maharashtra. Today, we are honored to bring you this session in collaboration with Adamas University, West Bengal, and to host an esteemed speaker who epitomizes the spirit of academic excellence and innovation. Now, I would like to introduce Dr. Moushumi Saha, Madam. Dr. Saha is the Yuva Center Coordinator in Adamas University, West Bengal. Please, Dr. Moushumi Saha, the floor is yours now. Please.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, madam. Thank you for the introduction, and I'm thankful to your Sanjeevani Group of Institute and also to you for providing me this platform for this talk on commercialization of technology transfer and its importance. And I would like to say warm welcome and good morning to all the participants who have joined here. So before I'm sharing my screen with the PPT or with the content for today's discussion, now I just want to have an interactive session with the students, as because as we are communicating over online, so it's better ki if you face any problem or if you have any query, then definitely you are always free to ask me the any question. Okay. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, fine. So today we will be discussing on the commercialization of laboratory technique and tech transfer. Now, just let me give a brief introduction about the laboratory technique and the tech transfer. Now, what is laboratory technique? Laboratory technique means the methods or the methodologies, whatever we use in our lab, in our experiment to conduct various experiments, and how we can commercialize this technique and how the technology can be transferred from lab to land. As because at the present scenario, whatever research or our academic institute or research institute do need to be commercialized, means from the lab it has to be landed into the market or the commercial plant, so that it can have the value addition to the research what we do. In that respect we are talking now. Just a question that all these students are from the life science background, or the students are from other background also? Students are from the life science background or other background also? Okay. Fine, then I think unable to get the answer. Anyways, presently I am working as a coordinator at the Yuva Center, Adamas University, which is supported by BIRAC. Now, details about this Yuva Center and BIRAC I will explain in the latter part of my presentation. Then as because nowadays we are very much focused regarding our career development, how this technology transfer of the lab techniques or the commercialization, how it is oriented with our career development, that I need to explain first. That is the advanced scientific knowledge with the skill development. Means if we need to develop our skill as well as knowledge with the different laboratory technique what we conduct throughout our experiments or throughout our curriculum. We need to develop this skill as well as the knowledge. For example, like just give me an example of laminar airflow. Laminar airflow is a very basic or common instrument that is used for the plant tissue culture, for the microbiology. Now, if we consider for the cell biology, it is known as the biosafety cabinet, like BSL2, BSL3. So, like this. But the concept of using laminar airflow, that is the HEPA filter, or the other techniques, is also important, as well as the theoretical knowledge with the practical application of that laminar airflow is very important. Means we should use the lamp or we should not, where should we keep our hands, what should be the distance. So like this, advanced theoretical knowledge along with proper skill development is required for a proper development of your career. Next come the what should be the focus area of the student when we considered about this commercialization of the lab technique. Like I have already told you, mastering the technical skill, theoretical knowledge and practical competency. This is very important to effectively do the work so that you can build a strong professional network within your field. You can build a strong professional network. Now, how our laboratory techniques and the tech transfer help in the development of the career option. Now, if we excel in the technology transfer or the laboratory technique, then this different opportunities of career option gets open to us. We can be easily observed to the biotech and the pharmaceutical industry. We can become a clinical researcher. We can be a part of our entrepreneur, or we can work for the quality control and quality assurance. Now, why I am relating all this with the laboratory technique, why I am just relocating this together, as because commercialization does not means that it has to be always related with you prepare one thing and you need to market out. No, commercialization means you need to prepare or groom yourself in such a way that your techniques, your knowledge or your practical skill can also be commercialized for various industries. Like you can work, one terminology is a technology transfer. What do you mean by technology transfer? Now, the most important concept is that we may develop some product or some prototype, but we are not that much of efficient to start up our own business, to commercialize that, to market that. For example, just for example, if I today make a thermal cycler, means PCR machine, but I am only interested to doing the research part, means research and development part, not the marketing and the commercialization part, then what I will do? Will I just keep that polythermal cycler into my lab, or I need to market it out? If then what should be my focus? That if I'm not interested to develop my own startup, then what can I do? I can contact and technology transfer office or tech transfer office. I can sell my thermal cycler, I can sell my whole product to that technology transfer office, and then I can earn something from that. Now, what we sell, how we negotiate, that is on the inventor or the innovator as well as with the technology transfer company. So this is how we can arrange. But another thing we can do in our own process. Now, what is the most important of laboratory technique? What is the most important I say aspects or pointers about the laboratory technique? That is the precision and accuracy. When I work for a specific laboratory technique, means if I'm working for a basic microbiology, means identification or isolation of bacteria, like isolation of bacteria. Then for me, if I use a normal laminar air flow, then it is perfectly fine. But if I am working with respect to some cell biology or tissue culture, where I'm working with different cell and cell lines, then I need BSL 2, minimum of biosafety laboratory cabinet 2. So in that case, precision and accuracy of the laboratory techniques or the instrument is very much required with respect to the experiments we are conducting, like what reproducibility it gives. For example, like if I am working on DNA isolation, I just want to see that I have isolated my DNA or not. Then in that case, I can just use an UV trans illuminator. Okay, where we can see, yes, as we have added ETPR, that DNA will fluoresce, and we can see that in the trans illuminator, it's perfectly, we have got the DNA. But now, if we need to identify the band size, and I have run markers and everything, and if I need to save that image for putting in my thesis or in my paper or in your BSc MSc dissertation also, then definitely we need a gel documentation system where we can save our data. So that is known as the precision, accuracy and reproducibility. Okay, so which is very important. Now here come the standardization. Let me get back an example of that PCR, as because I think that every one of you know about PCR, polymerase chain reaction. Students, please answer, as because it's very important to have an interactive session. Okay. I think you all know about polymerase chain reaction.
Students, please answer. Yes, they know about polymerase chain reaction, ma'am.
Then let me talk about the standardization process. Standardization means, as in polymerase chain reaction, we know there are 3 steps, right? So like in denaturation, we have to standardize what will, not the initial denaturation, but then after that, what should the time we put, what the time, it should be like 1 minute or 45 seconds. So in that case, what will be the number of the cycle of this polymerase chain reaction? It will be 30, or what will be the annealing temperature? So that standardization is very important for the laboratory technique. Then come the innovation, like just give me innovation, problem solving, then come all this matter. How, what is the innovation component in this? For example, sometimes in a date back, like in 10 or 15 years back, we were unable to or more than that, we were unable to identify an unknown bacteria. Only we have to go for this biochemical test, then after this. But nowadays, with the help of the 16A sequencing or the sequencer, or rather we can say that with the development of the next genome sequencing, we are able to identify the bacteria much easily. Okay, so the technique has been innovated, or the company has added some different values to their product and techniques, so we are easily able to innovate all these things. So this is how the innovation comes and the problem solving comes. Then comes the quality control. Now when we are